uh, yeah, man. More onto this numbers topic. Uh, something I've been really bothered about this since I got uh just aware of it. Since I've become aware of it now. It's even like this, man. It was weird, man. I fell asleep with numbers on the audiobook, and then sometime while I was sleeping, it cut off. So when I got started listening to it again while I was awake, where it was at, it was talking about on the Sabbath day that a man was caught gathering sticks. You know what I'm saying? On the Sabbath day, and they basically they all stoned him or burn him or something, dude. It was kind of crazy, and people make light of the Sabbath day thing, and that's just been bothering me there. Like, yeah, man, like the whole truth of this matter has to be resolved. It's like once again, you got to take that example of the man. Every man, if he says something and brings it to light that it may be true, other people who study this should research the scriptures daily and see if these things be true or not. That's one of our a New Testament theme is that uh since we got all the books now, dude, it's like, listen, everything that was hidden shall be revealed. It's happening right now. It's happening. Uh and it, I can see, even I can foresee even greater things, mysteries being just resolved even further. And all these myths we've been taught are going to just be shattered at some point here. The rocks, it's like the idols will be down in the rocks of the earth, man, down with the moles and the bats. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Michigan, they found ancient stone writing statues under trees and block Hebrew tablets down in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of weird things that have been concealed and covered up. And that movie Indiana Jones, at the end where there's a big warehouse and they put the artifact in the big warehouse, and it's like no one ever sees it again. Or on I've seen them do it on movies like X-Files. They put the artifact in a big warehouse and you never see it again. I mean, this is the truth. This is real. This is what's happening, and it's the memory hole in George Orwell. You know what I'm saying? I guess there's some things, man, that would be better to be lost to history and never known again, like the idols. You know what I'm saying? Uh, some practices, like evil practices, that stuff. I mean, listen, the only reason it's remembered is so that you don't do it again, and it's also kept record of that. The Bible told us, God told us not to do it, and when they did it, exactly what happened happened. The devil said, "Oh, you eat of that, you shall surely not die." And then mankind dies. I have family members; they're dead. Well, they're not. The Bible says that when people die, they're not really dead. God's not the God of the dead. It's like people so it's referenced that some people may be still alive, like those that are that make it into the kingdom of heaven. It's like you got to understand, the real ascension, the real transition is this. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural process. People always want to look for these crazy ways to sneak around just having humility and accepting the fact and just accepting things for what they are, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is so hard for a lot of people to do. Like, they're so indoctrinated and so opinionated in lies. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the lies crumble. That's it. I don't want to see people hurt. I just want to see things restored, man, to truth, man. That's it. All things restored unto truth. You know what I'm saying? And we'll deal with them. Like, deal with them to an extent and resolve them where we can. Like, it says it's a sin if it's in your power to do something and you don't do it. That's kind of like a sin. It's in your power to do so, to make something right, and you don't. When you look the other way, That's kind of like a way of taking a bribe. It's like, listen, I don't want no trouble, so I'm gonna look the other way and just keep on taking my check or whatever, dude. I'm gonna keep on busting rocks for Pharaoh and just look the other way. That's a form of that. Not, it's in your power to at least acknowledge it too, and then you could comfort someone. At least you ain't got to go fight the power, with sword and or whatever. You can fight it by enduring and comforting the others that are afflicted and suffering along with you. Your fellow servants are out here suffering along with you. I mean, and it's like, I think it's in Proverbs, I think, dude. And it's like, the rain fall on the righteous as well as the wicked, and the sun shine on the wicked as well as the righteous. And in each case, it's like the wicked receives the reward first, the good time, but it always flips. You know what I'm saying? In that statement there, and it's like, listen, and it says God is not a respecter of persons, and He even allows us free will. So even the evil are still under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So it's a strange thing that's going on here, man, in this world, this reality, man, the Matrix. That's another thing in Numbers. It also mentioned that, I think it says God who opened up the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of strange. There's a lot of strange terminology in Numbers where it's like, this dude's name, son of it's just a strange book, man. Curses and omens. It talks about omens, and this is all sounds like Indian stuff, man. Especially omens and curses, and it's the Israelites were dealing with this stuff where they would sick God on people with curses. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how this is concealed to us. So what's the difference between an Israelite sicking God on someone through a curse and what they would call witchcraft, or, you know what I'm saying, things like that? Like, listen, is there a distinction between the spiritual warfare and all that? You know, I mean, is there a distinction that they're not, like, there's also something called Uman and Thuman, and it's a form of, there's a white stone, a black stone, and they would like toss it down, and if it came up in a certain way, it was a form of kind of like divination that the Hebrews used, and it's wrote about in the Bible, and people don't discuss it often, you know. But it's a Levitical thing. See, you know, this Levite mystery it's an awesome thing. I'm glad I looked into it more, or it just got revealed to me. People have been talking about it, and I just happened to be poking around in these areas, and it's deeper revelations, you know, looking at it this time around, especially with the Levites are spread out in all the tribes. So that's where your old term of the witch doctrine, you know, of people comes from. I mean, because if you spoke a different language and you looked at it and you didn't know what they were doing, you would think, oh, that's the devil. But you were taught by the Catholic Church, which is a sun god pagan organization, man. You know what I'm saying? Sun god pagan organization is the one who taught you what is and what isn't. It's the gatekeep on you, so you don't know the difference. So you shy away from either or. You know what I'm saying? It's that's why they don't want you to read the Bible for yourself. It's so they can spoon feed and you what they want you to think about it. They can engineer it. They can sculpt it. They can use it in a contrary matter, or in a contrary way to the way it was supposed to work for people. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. I don't want to become your leader. I just want to teach you so you know for yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? So you can learn, and then you can do the same thing for others. You can teach them how to learn for themselves so they know for themselves, and they can be confident and know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And even be humble enough to, debate